Hello and welcome to my house tour. So Landon and I moved to Portland about 2 years ago, and rather than moving straight into an apartment, we decided to stay at an Airbnb first, and this ended up being such a good decision for many reasons. Not only did it give us enough time to really get to know the city and figure out where we best fit in or where we wanted to live, but we also became really close friends with our Airbnb host, who just so happened to be the previous owner of this house. It's a really old house. I believe it was built in 1927, but she did such a good job with regular maintenance and just keeping up with it. It's been a joy to move into and live in, and I think its old age gives it such great character. The house is about 1,200 square feet, maybe a little less. It's not too big, but it's also so much better than the first apartment we were living in. That being said, I was able to furnish this entire house for less than $1,000. I did so using two apps, the first of which is OfferUp and then Facebook Marketplace. These are so wonderful for finding quality pieces of furniture for a really, really good price. So basically, if anyone's selling furniture, they'll list them on these apps, and you can browse and highlight anything that you like. And if you really, really would like to buy something, you just message the person and see if it's still available. And from there, you can negotiate a price and then determine a pickup time. Landon and I knew that we would be moving into this house about a month before we actually did, so that gave me plenty of time to find the perfect pieces of furniture. I also spent a lot of time at Goodwill and other secondhand shops. Basically, all of this furniture was either given to us or bought secondhand, and I still think that it's wonderful quality and adds such a cozy element to the house. We also sold some of our furniture from our other apartment because this house has a lot of nice built-in storage. So really, considering what we sold, it actually only cost us $668 to furnish this house. This is something I'm so proud of. It just makes the whole look of the house that more satisfying to me. So without further ado, let me show you around. So the first thing you see when you walk into the house is our living room, which is arguably my most favorite room of the entire house. In the living room, we have our couch, the table behind the couch, some wooden chairs, and my bookshelves. And that's about it as far as furniture goes. It is a smaller space, so I found that when I did put a coffee table in it, it just did not look very good, and I like how open it feels this way. So the couch was actually only $300, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace. It's so cozy and can also sleep 2 people if needed, and I love just sitting here and reading. These pillows are from Goodwill and IKEA. I love stripes and prints of any sort, and it kind of feels Scandinavian, and I love the contrast between the pillows and the gallery wall. So my most favorite part, I think, of the entire house is this gallery wall. I did this gallery wall myself, and all of the frames are from Goodwill. It's very, very DIY and super affordable. So the art within the frames is either done by myself or by friends and family. And then the pictures and postcards and posters I've collected over the years from museums, life events, school, etc. It's still a work in progress, but I love it the way it is. Also, this lamp is from Target, I believe. Landon brought it with him across the country, and it was in his house in college to begin with. Ah, yes, and then my shelves. Landon installed these shelves himself. We had a big debate over hanging shelves versus full shelves, and I'm so very glad we went hanging. Landon went in hanging, and he was so right. I had so much fun decorating them and choosing the books that I wanted displayed on them. Because I knew that many people would spend time in our living room, I put all my most favorite books on these shelves. So they look lovely, they're a great conversation piece, and they bring me so much happiness. And the fireplace, oh my goodness, I'm so happy to live in a house that has a real fireplace. Right now our chimney needs to be cleaned, so we're currently just playing fires on the TV in the chimney. It's cozy and definitely makes me feel warmer, but not nearly as good as the real deal. And thank you to everyone who sent us Christmas cards. It makes me so happy to see them lined up on the mantle. This is the first year ever that I've had a mantle to line up Christmas cards on and gotten this many Christmas cards. So here we have Rue's favorite spot in the house. For some reason, he just loves these wooden chairs. He'll sit in them for hours upon hours during the day and just stare out of the window. I think it's like television for dogs. And we actually got these chairs for free. Somebody was giving them away, so we scooped them right up. I love how rustic they look. I'm not sure if they were meant to look this way or if they're just very old and worn down. Either way, they're exactly what I wanted. So the table behind the couch was sold to us by the same lady who sold us the couch, and she sold it to us for $60. It's originally from World Market and I imagine was much more expensive. It was used but in great condition, and I love the simplicity of it. It also matches our hardwood floors very well. This is our entryway, or entry space. This shoe rack I found on Facebook Marketplace for $20, and then the coat rack was actually given to me by my mom. So this is our dining room. It's very, very simple. I would love to add more to it, but it definitely serves its purpose. I've been looking for a rug to put under the table, but rugs are really hard to find secondhand. Ideally, I want an oval rug of some sort, and I want it to be a light color to brighten up the space. I got the dining table and 6 chairs for $50. It's the perfect size. It's not too overwhelming when it's just Landon and I, but then also I've been able to seat 8 different people at it at a time. This is an end table that Landon found at an antique shop a year ago when we first moved here, and I think it was $15 or so. And here we have another chair with a little flower vase on top of it. And then this lovely view with this big window. I love how this house has so many big windows. This is where I keep my plant family if they're in need of extra sunlight. And then again, to keep the space open and light, I have these curtains. I'm not sure what material they are, but I think they're beautiful and elegant, and they were a great Goodwill find. Moving on into the kitchen, this space is pretty small, but I don't ever feel cramped in it unless there's 3 or more people in it. There's a lot of storage, in fact, maybe too much storage because we have so many empty cabinets and drawers. This island came with the house, and I'm really, really glad we have it. We store Rue's dog food in it as well as our recycling, and then our fruit and veggie baskets on top. Landon and I go through so many fruits and vegetables during the week. This is our spice cabinet, all the essentials. This is what we cook with on a regular basis. And then, my tea cabinet. This holds more than just tea, but the tea part is my favorite part. I love letting friends decide which tea they want to drink. Around the island is the fridge, microwave, sink, and oven. We also have a dishwasher, which I'm so grateful for. And then some open shelving with plates, bowls, and all of my mugs. I love my mug collection. Each and every single one of these mugs was gifted to me. On the other side is more storage, specifically our pantry. And then there's also the microwave and my kettle, which I use every single day, and our lovely, wonderful Vitamix blender. We also use that daily. And here's our lovely sink, with a great view, I might add. Leaving the kitchen, we can go into the bathroom. The bathroom comes close to the living room as far as my favorite rooms in this house. I absolutely love how clean and white everything looks, and then there's also a skylight, so there's always good lighting in here no matter the weather outside. We keep things pretty simple because it's such a small space. We don't want to crowd it up with clutter. Luckily, the bathroom has a lot of really great built-in storage. And then Landon and I try to keep our things down to a minimum because we don't want to clutter the space. Now on to the guest room, or more like Rue's room. Rue absolutely loves this room. It's usually pretty dark and the carpet's nice and soft and cozy, and we let Rue up on this couch. I got this couch for $200. It's actually a pull-out couch and is great for whenever we have guests, which is pretty often. And then this is where we typically keep our TV when it's not in the fireplace. I have a desk in here, but don't be fooled. I don't actually spend very much time on it. Mainly when I'm doing work that I would sit at a desk for, I'm sitting at our dining room table looking out the window. But on a good sunny day, it is nice in this room. And of course, I have more books and trinkets to decorate some floating shelves. Moving on from the guest room and going to our bedroom. I just love this room. I love this entire house, but this room makes me feel like I'm in a tree house, especially during the summer when all the trees have leaves. Again, I love the large windows. They let in so much light, which is greatly appreciated, especially during the rainy winter season. I found this bed on OfferUp for $100. It was such a steal. It's real wood and it was handmade in the Pacific Northwest. It is by far the best bed I've ever owned. And then on either side of the bed, Landon and I have nightstands that were actually handmade by a man here in Portland, Oregon. And I also found him through OfferUp. And of course, I have another bookshelf that is filled with books. These are books that I've read in high school or are the children's literature books that I've been into recently, and some more YA. And I just love how bright and colorful this bookcase is. This room has such wonderful built-in storage. Landon and I each have our own separate closets. I've been making a conscious effort to keep my wardrobe minimal, even though we have a bigger space. I'm definitely not a minimalist, but I'm a lot more aware of what exactly I'm buying and whether or not I need it / will wear it. This is another rather large closet. Landon and I actually kind of want to turn it into a sauna. Doesn't it look like a sauna? We keep our winter coats and pants and exercise clothing in here, as well as some hats and sweatshirts. And yet another closet. This is our shoe closet. Landon has 3 shelves, and then I have 3 shelves. So this is my home. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found it as cozy and cottagey as I do. If you have any questions or comments in general, just leave them below, and feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe if you please. I upload a new video at least once a week. Thank you for watching, friends.